Hello everybody, welcome to Catherine Sews. I have such exciting news today. Are you ready for an unforgettable adventure through Italy? Would you love to indulge in the past, present, and future of fashion with me and a small group of new friends? Join me from March 15th to 24th, 2025 for an exclusive journey through the fashion museums, shops, workshops, and studios of Venice, Florence, and Milan. I'm thrilled to announce that I'm teaming up once again with the fabulous travel designer Erica from Open Doors Travel, a tour operator here in Vancouver. For a while now, Erica and I have been planning international fashion-focused tours. And after much anticipation, we're finally ready to relaunch a tour of sustainable fashion in Italy. I will be your host on this trip, and I cannot wait to travel with you. Now, you may recall that Erica and I tried to do a tour of Italy a couple of years ago, and we had a lot of interest, but we didn't quite get enough registrations to make it a go. So Erica and I knew that we had to make the trip even more exciting while still bringing the price down a little notch. We've also moved it from July to March, so the temperature should be much more comfortable in Italy. I'm really excited about the things that we've added to the trip this time because they're two of my favorite things, crafty workshops and vintage shopping. Imagine crafting your own Venetian mask, learning embroidery from an Italian artisan, and getting behind-the-scenes insights into Milan's bespoke fashion scene. Think what it would be like to go secondhand shopping in cities where people wear Armani, Valentino, Versace, Prada, Ferre, and Gucci. Italy's fashion scene is always cutting edge and exciting, but there's also so much going on there in terms of innovative, sustainable fashion. So we'll also get to see some super cool, eco-friendly fashion. So really, this tour takes us on a journey through the past, present, and future of fashion, including breathtaking museum exhibits of historical fashion, vintage fashion shopping, current styles in one of the world's fashion capitals, and cutting-edge sustainable fashion with fabrics made from crazy things like algae, pineapple skins, and marble dust. I'm super excited to do this trip with you. Of course, I love to travel with my family, but I wouldn't be able to do this trip with them because they're not interested in fashion. In order to have the kind of experience that Erica and I have put together for you, you need to do it in a small group of like-minded people. Social travel like this is ideal because we'll be an intimate group of people who have a keen interest in fashion, sustainability, and travel. We'll have so much in common that even though we'll arrive as strangers, we'll leave as friends with so many shared memories. Let me show you just how amazing this trip is that Open Doors Travel and I have put together for you. Our adventure begins in the enchanting city of Venice, where we meet at our hotel in Venice for a 2-night stay. We'll get to know each other a bit as we head out on a guided tour of the sights of Venice, such as St. Mark's Square or Piazza San Marco, which is the city's main public square and contains its most famous buildings such as St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace. The Doge's Palace was built in 1340 and was extended and modified over the centuries and is a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. In the afternoon, we'll take part in an artisanal Venetian mask making workshop, where we can design and create our own Venetian masks while learning about the traditions of Carnival. I think that our handcrafted masks will be our first and favorite souvenirs from the trip. After our sightseeing tour and our mask making workshop, we'll head out together to indulge in some of Italy's culinary wonders. I'm almost as excited for the Italian food as I am for the Italian fashion. Everyone enjoys a different pace of travel. Some people prefer a relaxed pace and others are go, go, go. And that flexibility is built into this trip. So after dinner, you can return to our hotel to get a good rest or head out on the town with me for a little night crawl. Every day, a full breakfast will be included at the hotel. Some lunches and some dinners are also included with amazing experiences that Erica has put together for us. But she's also left some wiggle room there as well, knowing that some people might want to stay a little closer to the hotel and have a simple meal while others want the adventure to continue into the night. I promise I will be down for whatever adventure you want to get into. While in Venice, you'll have the chance to see the gorgeous Mosenigo Palace Museum, which houses valuable 18th century works of art and is also home to the Study Center for the History of Textiles and Costume. The fashion on display is embellished with Venetian lace and embroidery, showing the skill of artisans who created the luxury and elegance for which Venice has always been famous for. We'll go to the Fortuny Museum to learn about one of the most fascinating Italian fashion designers, Mariano Fortuny, famous for his gorgeous pleated silk gowns, but also renowned for his skill and innovation in other areas of design. I really want to check out some thrift shops and vintage shops. And it looks like there are some great ones in Venice, where we can find some affordable treasures. I'm also intrigued by sustainable fashion in Venice, such as a company called Tabino Tabi that makes beautiful clothing from seaweed and algae. And of course, you'll be able to take a gondola ride. Just picture yourself gliding through the serene canals on a private gondola, either by day or by night. We'll wrap up our time in Venice with a tasting tour of Venice's Baccari wine bars and their famous cicchetti dishes. So after 2 amazing nights in Venice, our private coach will take us to Florence, but we'll make 2 very intriguing stops along the way. First is Padua, where we'll have fun in a clothing market in one of the city's beautiful squares. Then on to Bologna to check out a couple of eco-friendly fashion studios, including a hemp studio located in the historic center of the city, and a showroom for gorgeous made-in-Italy bags and backpacks that are made from eco-friendly recovered and recycled materials. We'll have 3 nights in Florence, which is the cradle of the Renaissance. We'll start with a sightseeing tour that includes the magnificent Florence Cathedral, where we can climb to the top for breathtaking views of the city. We'll see the Piazza Signoria with its imposing statues, Ponte Vecchio, the old bridge that is lined with fabulous jewelry stores, and Santa Croce, the oldest Franciscan church in the world, and the burial site of many of Florence's most impressive citizens, such as Machiavelli, Michelangelo, and Galileo Galilei. We'll stroll through the cobblestone streets, discovering the city's rich cultural heritage and stunning architecture. 3 incredible museums await us in Florence. One being dedicated to the legendary Italian shoe designer Salvatore Ferragamo. One dedicated to Gucci, the best-selling Italian brand in the world. And finally, the breathtaking Palazzo Pitti, which houses a museum of costume and fashion, a museum dedicated to the history of fashion and its social significance. Its collections include clothing, jewelry, and accessories from the 18th century until today, along with captivating costumes worn by movie, theater, and opera performers. We'll have a really interesting day trip to Prato, which has a long history of textiles recycling, especially recycling used clothes into new yarn for wonderful knitwear. This is the art of Cenciaiolo, and we will see it up close at Nuovi Fratelli Baretti, and will witness how old garments are transformed into new yarn at Filatura Filuppici and at the Rifo Lab. We'll dive into the history of the textile industry at the Textile Museum of Prato, which is an incredible textiles museum that exhibits rare, beautiful, and very old-fashioned. And of course, I had to find a vintage clothing store in Prato. And Di Renzo Vintage di La Fontanelli looks amazing. After 3 nights in Florence, our private coach will take us to Milan, the fashion capital of Italy. We'll see all of the beautiful sights, including Milan's Duomo, the largest cathedral in Italy, built in the Gothic style over a span of nearly 600 years. A local tour guide will take us around Milan's fashion district called the Golden Quadrilateral of Fashion, where people come from all over the world to experience the epitome of luxury shopping in the exclusive boutiques that line these elegant streets. Near the Duomo is another shopping area called the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele. Its beautiful glass vaulted ceilings cover passageways that run in the shape of a cross, connecting the Duomo to the Opera House. For me, this will be just wonderful window shopping and a source of inspiration for more of our eco-friendly and sustainable and vintage fashion shopping adventures. Our guide will take us to many small ateliers or designer workshops over the course of the trip, including one that empowers women in vulnerable situations by offering training in tailoring, sewing, and upcycling, and one super innovative startup that is actually making textiles out of waste marble, somehow turning marble dust into flexible fabrics. Milan comes alive at night and is quite safe, so whoever has energy left at the end of the day can come with me to try some of Milan's gorgeous rooftop bars. While we're in Milan, Erica is getting us into 2 more workshops so that we can return home with some beautiful new skills. One is a really fun embroidery workshop in which a master artisan will teach us embroidery skills and help us to personalize a t-shirt or a bag. The second is an inspiring fashion workshop where we will experience the art of bespoke tailoring and immerse ourselves in the Italian fashion experience. Real Italian seamstresses will show us every step in the process of making a custom tailored suit, from pattern making to cutting and sewing the high-quality Italian fabrics, which we'll be able to touch and appreciate. Erica will arrange a memorable farewell dinner for us for our last night in Milan, after which we will say arrivederci to our new friends and to Italy as we return home the next day. Erica has even organized an extension if you wanted to extend your trip into Rome or even all the way down to Sicily. She could manage that for you. So the price of this trip, as I've described, the price quoted on the Open Doors Travel website is $7,900 Canadian, which is actually a great deal, especially when you consider everything that is included. And if you're converting to another currency, it's an even better deal, about $5,776 US dollars or 4,454 pounds sterling. Everything I've mentioned, all of the tours and all of the once-in-a-lifetime experiences are included in the price, as well as a few pleasant surprises along the way. There is nothing else like this trip out there. Budget trips are not specialized in fashion or much less sustainable fashion, and many do not have tours, guides, and meals that are included. Now, your flights to and from Italy are not included because we're all going to be coming from different parts of the world. So you can either book your own flight or Erica will be happy to help you arrange that flight as well. So this is more than a vacation. It's an experience of a lifetime, and I think it will sell out quickly. So go to Open Doors Travel to register. The link is in the description, so just click where it says more. That'll take you right to the registration process. It's pretty easy and straightforward. I've already gone through it all, and it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to experience the past, present, and future of fashion with you in Italy. Until next time on Catherine Sews, ciao Bella!